Hi, and welcome back to Melanin Cocktails, where, like a good cocktail, the opinions may be strong, sweet, or salty. Tonight, I am drinking a mixed cocktail with Jack Daniel's honey and lemonade and a lemon not to garnish, to garnish. And it's good. Amanda, how are you and what are you drinking?
That sounds good. I am great. I just threw it back to my old school Tennessee honey, my whiskey, and a little bit of Coke in it.
Straight up.
Yep.
Oh, with a little bit of Coke.
A little bit of Coke. Christina, what are you having tonight?
Sorry, brain blank. I'm drinking, I love this now, strawberry margarita. Jose Cuervo makes cans, so it's a 4-pack. And so it's a strawberry margarita, and then I muddle some strawberries because I like to make it a little classier. And then I salted the rim, and it's delicious. So, how have you ladies been? Tamora, welcome home. As you know, we lost some ladies in the war.
Not the war.
Did you say the war?
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was one, but they're gone. The War of 21. But yeah, so my week was fine. I am deciding I'm gonna get my life right in April. So I've been doing my using all my little adaptogens and my mushroom powders and
what's a mushroom powder?
The Pecan Valley.
Oh, okay.
That one's the powder that's for, there's 3 different bottles. So one's skin, one's brain, and then one is for stress. Skin is good right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna take off this little blur thing because I still like what it does because I didn't do my whole face. However, I suffer from cystic acne, and right this second, a girl's skin is clear. Get it.
I want to try the Pecan Valley. Because I feel like my skin is like not cooperating. Like I texted you earlier. It's
right.
Not
I was like, you've never complained that, and I don't have stretch marks and I have perfect skin and great boobs. Like, so
to
say that
I do have great boobs. I've never bragged about my skin though. My skin is trash right now. I don't know what is.
But you've never really said that you were having like a breakout. Like I think you said like, I had a pimple before, but
I have 2, and there's like 2 huge ones here, and I don't understand where.
Are they from like your cycle or just?
I think I do get acne when I'm getting ready to start my cycle, but these 2 have been chilling here for like a month now.
Okay.
And I don't know what's going on. And I don't pick my face, but they just won't go away.
Yeah.
Well, no, if they're deep.
Religiously this time I had 2 come in. Like, oh, you're going somewhere? Let me give you 2 pimples. A whole before your cycle comes. But so with your skin, when you're talking about, Christina, your skin is clearing up, was it acne or dryness?
No, acne. Like I had cystic acne. I had deep in my skin, so I would just kind of feel it and know it's cooking in there.
Okay.
But then I have to wait 2 weeks to finally see the pimple, so the white part come to the party or whatever. And right now that, and then there's this oil that a sister friend of mine gave
Sister
me.
Girl.
Girlfriend gave me. She said she suffers from PCOS and was also having cystic acne. She started using this. It's supposed to help in balancing hormones. So honestly, I feel like that plus both of my herbs and the added, like I've been journaling and trying to reduce stress have really helped in my skin. Now, mommy really needs to keep
medicinal, mushroom, and herbal.
Say it one more time.
The what's cleared up your skin for Pecan Valley. I'm on their website.
Yeah, they have a skin nourishing one.
Okay, so go and click under skin.
Yes. So that
daughter, she's struggling with acne. So it looks amazing. So if that would help,
I'd get her on that. So I have that one in the morning, and then I would.
But it's definitely working for you because when I saw you last, your skin looked amazing.
And then for me too, because now it's starting to clear up. So now I'm only doing the shields because maskne is a true thing. And there was a time when I was like, I don't want to go outside and I can't wear masks. Like I can't, so I'm gonna just die inside the house. Like y'all ain't gonna take me out like this. Tomorrow go.
So this is a powder, you drink it, it's not a pill.
Never said it was a pill. No, she can add it to smoothies. Oh, if she has your smoothie that you do by Dr. Gundry or whatever, have her
she can have that.
Okay. Well, if she does this like a fruit smoothie or green smoothie, or if she does coffee or she does tea. So I add it to my tea because I haven't tried that one by itself. Like I mixed that with the two other ones. So no, you know what? Yes, the skin one has turmeric in it. So it's earthy. So I use my almond creamer with to add it to green tea, which I don't even usually add creamer to green tea. But if I'm either doing green tea or if I use the English breakfast tea, add creamer, mix well. I have one of the milk frothers.
Yeah,
that's what I use as my mixer, and then that's been helping. And like honestly, I had the whole like epiphany and appreciation on Wednesday because I was just like, my skin is not one of my problems right now. 99 problems and my skin ain't one. Okay.
All right, so Pecan Valley, I'm going on tonight. I'm ordering this for my daughter tonight.
And it's Black owned, Black
discount for Christina for putting us all on it. She was talking about you guys the whole time, and you just got another customer out of her and out of our listeners because the proof is in the pudding. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see her skin is much better and she's feeling good.
So yeah, right now my only thing is,
I can't sing the song.
I mean, I think if you kind of sing it, you're fine. But I think we just try to play an album. It's like, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that right now I just want to work on hyperpigmentation, which that's another journey. But it's one of those things where you have to get the acne to stop before you can work on the discoloration. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Where do you think you get the hyperpigmentation most? Like for me, and I noticed that for a lot of women, it's like on their chin. And I don't know why. Like I think I'm starting to get that too.
Like is hyperpigmentation like the two-tone color?
Right. Mine's so scarring. I'm just using the, dermatological word. But so from having the different acne, especially the jawline and then cheeks was my big issue area. So then whether I pop it or I accidentally pop it washing my face, your skin doesn't know the difference and it just gets mad at you and all your melanin, some extra melanin just goes there and you're like, no, wait, we were doing
right.
My tan was bomb. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, now I can try and work on using the Retin-A and stuff to help in just getting everybody on the one shade. That's all I want. So yeah, that's me. Tomorrow, anything amazing happening in your last week and stuff?
I got vaccinated. I did it. I bit the bullet. I got the Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, so you're done?
Yeah.
Fully vaccinated.
I'm done. I took my daughter to get vaccinated today because she's under 18. Yesterday morning, they decided they wanted kids who are 18 and under to get either the Pfizer or Moderna because I guess
they can't get Moderna now?
Well, maybe I should just say Pfizer because that's what she got.
Because I only heard about Pfizer.
Yeah, Pfizer.
Okay, well that's it. Because I guess it's stronger and more effective. It has a higher efficacy rate than the Johnson & Johnson. And they're saying because of the spikes right now being with, that younger demographic that they, Johnson & Johnson didn't want to do that for them. So I got it. Hubby got it. I felt fine. If anything, around 7 o'clock, I just got really sleepy. So I took like a half an hour nap. I woke up fine. Hubby that night, chills. I come to bed. He's got all the covers and blankets, like ridiculous. I'm like, he's always a hot guy. He's a black Eskimo, a Bleskimo. And I'm like, let me check your temperature. It was 102, so I had to give him a Tylenol. And so it wasn't until like 24 hours after we got the shot that he started to feel better. So I think that was my body like, okay, take a quick power nap, you're Superwoman, and fight it off. And with him, he's a man, so he had to suffer through it. You can move on then.
Amanda, your week?
What's going on with you?
So I've been
Been hiking?
super duper busy, working full time. Plus I started my own business. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but I'm so excited, so happy. I got an email that the shipment will be in within a week. So it's taken a minute. So that'll be in. Really good friend of mine, such a sweetheart for I guess it's not you know how you give people housewarmings or whatever. So he gave me a little gift of the logo. So he did my logo for me for free.
Nice.
I was super excited about that. So I got my logo together. I got my business license, my DUNS number, EIN. Like all I need now is my product, which will be in soon. And I want to start doing my pictures for it. And I need a really good videographer. So I'm looking for that. I'll probably end up having my brother do it, but he's like professional. He works with big time people. So I think he might try and charge me. I know. No family discount. Which is okay. I understand. So yeah, I have some things lined up and I'm excited.
But on that, I know that you understand. You're also a kinder person than me. I think if you know though that like it's not like I'm already working in the business. I didn't already have businesses and stuff. You see, you know I'm up and coming. Really? I can't get no family discount?
He
Like,
didn't say he
I'm not trying to talk about your brother.
He didn't say that he wouldn't. I just didn't
My
ask.
14th Venger. I need your help.
Exactly that. Yeah.
This is your first one. Like, okay, bro, this is my first time. Just help me out this one first time.
Yeah, he didn't say he
And it's not a whole movie.
I just felt bad asking for him to do it for free. So I haven't asked yet. So I can't say that he won't do it.
You realize that
Well, I'm going to believe that he's really kind.
the rich people, they that's how they grow their business. They lean on those friendships and those relationships. So try it.
Yeah.
I mean, worst thing he can say is no.
Yeah, we'll see. I think
And like Tamora said, though, it's not like this is your 14th, thing. Like you done already come to him so many other times.
Oh no.
And it's like, no, but this one I truly believe in. Like, no, this is
time.
like this will be the first time that I'm aware of that you'll be going to him. And it's not even, like I said, it's not a whole movie. So it's like,
Right.
I just need a couple of snippets, just a little bit each time.
Yeah. I mean, people have been giving me little, freebies and, helping me out. Like I texted you earlier, a friend of mine is going to help us out with some things. So it'll be great. Yeah.
So let's get into our official topics. First one though, real quick. Tamora, do you have something to share? Not your promotion one.
Oh.
Do you have something else to share? With the class.
I got really excited. Like, what you're not like right now? Okay. Back, everyone. Do I have something else to share?
Yeah. About your relationship with our community.
Melanin Cocktails?
Oh, well, yes. Yes. Tonight I will be bidding Melanin Cocktails farewell and adieu. I will be continuing on just with my family life and being a cheerleader from the side. And honestly, I don't feel like you guys can be left in any better hands than one Christina, blank last name, and Amanda, blank last name. So, or secrets, I should say, because her first name is blank sometimes. So yes, I will be moving on. It will be now the dynamic duo. They're the most driven. They're the head and leadership of this, and they're going to be amazing. So yes, I'm gonna gracefully bow out and then be like woo, woo, woo from the backside. I'm aging myself doing this.
Right?
Get all Arsenio Hall.
The millennials, Generation X and Z, or X is us, right? We're X.
Yeah, X.
So yeah, that's how old we are.
I'm a millennial, but yes, you guys are Gen X.
How dare you? Don't even try it. Okay.
So then now you can go on to your happier of news.
Now, I thought that were words. That's not the order that we said. Okay, well, let me tell you that this is something I am really excited about. There's a company called Pit Liquor. This is deodorant, ladies and gentlemen, made with alcohol and smell good herbs. Now, I probably should have contacted them to say, hey, exactly how do you want me to present you guys? But
You
go
want
to
me to tell them about the moonshine or not?
right, go to their Instagram. So basically, I'll just tell you what the bottle says. It's Distilled Bath and Body LLC, Pit Liquor, pun intended, because it's for your pits, but liquor as an alcohol, not liquor. Because I just now thought about that. That sounds kind of weird, Pit Liquor. Anyways, so this one is whiskey lavender. And you can see by the color, you can probably see a little piece of lavender.
I was gonna say,
in
yeah,
there,
there's a
too.
piece of lavender in there
But
too.
anyway, yeah, there's a piece of lavender and it smells amazing. But more than that, it works. Okay. So first, let me tell you about the ingredients: vodka, whiskey, sea salt, arrowroot, lavender essential oil, lavender, and then the extracts from a whole bunch of other smaller pieces like elderflower, Greek mountain tea, sea buckthorn, small leaf cuddling tea, yada, 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 right? Order it and read the bottle yourself. But number one, it comes in this a good, decent sized bottle. I was expecting like
That
a
is
little
a good
teeny type
size.
of
Yeah.
thing. But basically, you spray it on. Like they say 3 times. I'm extra, so I do extra. I always do 5 each arm. I did the other one already. But and so when you first smell it, like you do get that hint of whiskey, but you don't walk around smelling like a drunk at all.
Wait, it's
Please
actual
don't.
liquor?
It's actual liquor and herbs, and it works. Now,
It's a
I
drink
did
too.
put it on immediately after.
It is
The
not
wax?
a drink, y'all. Don't be drinking.
Don't do that. A little while after your wax or shave, okay? Because I was like, oh,
Oh yeah.
don't do that. But when I'm telling you, it works. So, okay, with other deodorants, you put it on and maybe it depends on what you're doing, but midday you're like, you know what I mean? And so sometimes you got to like switch it out. By now, I've been using this for the past 2 weeks. And I don't have that in the middle of the day. I don't have like, oh my gosh, my armpits are wet. Oh, you got that late day funk or anything. It smells good and it works. So I definitely
No aluminum?
no aluminum. It has what I read.
Oh, great.
It has what I read. So yeah, it's what's funny about it. It says www.pitliquor.com. Quench your stench. So I think it's really funny how they're doing the play on words and everything. And they also have other scents, but I'm legit going to be ordering another bottle. I have to do it soon. I'm not halfway done, but I mean, you use deodorant every day. So I will be ordering this again.
Right.
I even tried it on my teenage son, which is a test.
Boys
Boys are always stinky.
Okay.
Always.
Right.
I don't know why.
So yeah, so definitely shout out to Pit Liquor. I'm not getting paid for this promotion. I'm only saying something about it because I like it. If I used it and if I didn't like it, I would not fool you guys and be like, hey, I'll be like, I wouldn't even come up. I'll email them like, hey, it didn't work out, but thanks anyways. But this stuff is a go for, definitely. Pit Liquor.
I think I want to try that because I switched to Dove and I've been very happy with Dove. But you do get that, okay, it's been a few hours, let me refresh.
Exactly.
But if you don't have to refresh with that, that's good.
Exactly.
And it's a nice size bottle.
It's
How long have you had it?
It's 100 milliliters.
About 2 weeks.
So I've had it. It got here 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And what was I saying? Oh, yeah, 100 milliliters. And I like it. I like it. So shout out to Pit Liquor and
Do you
share.
feel it's reasonably priced?
I forget how much it costs. I was gonna go and tell you guys that right now. It's Pit.
But we
Liquor.
don't have a promotion code or anything?
Pit Liquor. Listen to me. I will message her tonight and ask for a promotional code. If you guys don't mind, please. I don't know when you guys are going to see this. Please give a promotional code, Melanin Cocktails, MC something, and give our people a good 10, 15% off, 20% off. You guys work out whatever you want to give us off. But I'm telling you, the people need to try your stuff. And it's female owned, made in the USA. Colorado is where it came from.
Okay.
7 ingredients. Food-based deodorant, farm to pits. This is
Arm to pit.
farm to pits. Yeah, they also have other scents. Here's one called pear and cardamom.
Cardamom.
Cardamom. Okay, cardamom. No relation to Cardi B. They also sell candles. I was on their website and they said that their candles like sold out like super fast. So I was going to try one of their candles. And I'm afraid to try another one because I like the whiskey and the whiskey lavender so much. But maybe I need to order the pear and
Cardamom.
There you go.
You know what's funny? Jim Gaffigan has a joke about when you change your deodorant, you're like, who is that? Like when you get like every now and you get that next scent and you're like, who is this? So yeah, if you go from whiskey lavender to the pear one and be like, what? Who is that close to me?
Like, who is that? That's not me.
Yeah, I've been using one.
I want to try it now. Tamora has made me feel like I need to try it.
Please try it. I really do think you'll like it. And like I said, when you first spray it, you're going to smell the alcohol, but you're not going to walk around smelling like a drunkard or distillery or nothing like that.
Because
I truly love Dove products. I love Dove. So if they can make me switch, that'll be amazing.
Yeah. But I've noticed with deodorant, like I have to switch my deodorant out like every 4 to 6 months because it's like your body chemistry gets used to one.
Yeah, I think so. It starts to get acclimated because I used Mitchum and then it wasn't working anymore. I was like, okay, it's still a little funky. So then I had to change, and then Suave stopped working, but Dove has been rocking with me. But I noticed that, during, after a few hours, got to refresh because I carry deodorant in my purse.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Which you shouldn't have to do.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to, but I always like to freshen up throughout the day if I know I'm gonna be gone for a while.
Yeah, this is herbal.
Yeah.
Oh. Help get you. No, I'm just kidding.
Nobody, you guys.
They said they did not. They did not have it.
You know it's gonna be some dodo bird that said, "Well, Tamora said you can drink."
Exactly.
That is not pit liquor approved. That is silly Tamora being silly. So, haha.
And I apologize. I did go out of order. Let's talk about DMX. And when say it again, Tamora.
I'm just gonna take a photo with the pit liquor so they can see that.
So this morning it was like, don't say that he's dead yet, and then now we did lose DMX. Sad about it. Sad, of course, also about the cause. I think that it's not officially being said that it's due to drug overdose. They're not trying to really put that out there, but nonetheless, we know that drugs were in a part of his life at this time. And so
and the heart attack was a result of the overdose. But I noticed that tonight on the world news, Lester Holt did not say anything about the drugs, nor did the black guy on the entertainment show that comes on afterwards did he mention the drug overdose. And I appreciated that because right now America is so focused on the George Floyd situation.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
His murder on the drug overdose. I'm like, I just don't want to hear anything about drug overdose. DMX died, he had a heart attack, he died. Focus on that.
I mean, I agree 1000%. I feel like we all know that he struggled with drug abuse. His so-called mentor laced a blunt when he was 14 years old with cocaine, and that's what started it. And not just that, he had such a troubled childhood.
Yes.
Like
He and his sister used to drink nail polish remover to get rid of their hunger. No.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes, he's told stories about how poor they were and the struggle that he's gone through. So he was fighting so many demons that it's heartbreaking. No wonder this
year that he also had problems. He's multiple personality disorder.
See, I mean, so he just struggled with so many things, and I just feel like now he is at peace.
Yeah,
it's extremely sad. He has a 4-year-old. He has other children too, but his youngest, I think, is 4, and it's devastating.
Yeah, the only thing, and I was mentioning it to Tamora earlier, I wasn't liking something that was happening earlier this week where people were trying to put people on blast or complain about people just saying, you know, prayers for DMX or, you know, my thoughts are with him and stuff. It's like, there were people trying to be like, but where were you? And my thing is, I know we don't like to, I know that we were trying to get away from the drug portion of it, but first off, everyone has free choice. So calm your nerves. Second off, when it's drugs, you cannot try and say that people didn't try. And at some point, you have to still take care of your dang self and walk away. And when I say walk away, I'm not saying that you don't care. I'm not saying that you really wash your hands, but it's like, I can't try and force you into another program, into another clinic. Like, first off, like Tamara brought out to me earlier, like, yeah, they can always leave too. So yeah, I just dropped $1,000 and for you to go here. The best of the best. They got, I was about to say some mean white people names, but anyways, I'm gonna be nice. But they got they got everybody else here. So like, this is a good one. And you leave. So how many times am I supposed to do that? Because that's heartbreaking for the person doing that as well. So I thought that was very disrespectful to try and be like, your tweets don't matter. And I mean, but at the same time, you can't bash them and act like that they're not authentic, that people don't actually care. Because at the same time, I didn't post anything, but I just also don't. But I'm like, how can you say that? Somebody that was on their heart. They was probably just listening to something of his, you know what I mean, or whatever, or just in general, they remember loving all his music and heard that and were sad, and you know, so they want to put out there, you know, that they care about him. So I felt that was trifling for somebody to act like you can try and force somebody to not be an addict, and that you can try and say that you shouldn't be able to tweet or, you know, express your feelings social media wise.
I mean, because honestly, we don't know. I don't know if it's public knowledge of any attempts to get him into rehab, if he ever was in rehab, if there were interventions done. We don't know that. But yes, I can see where the people were coming from, curious, like what I was telling you before, Christina, like his brethren of rappers who were that prestigious level of rappers, because you know he is up there on a pedestal with, you know, Nas and Jay-Z, like the greats, because DMX was the man, you know what I mean? So you do wonder, like, I wonder if his fellow brethren of rappers ever tried to be like, yo, D, like for real, let's try to get you some help. We don't know that. Didn't happen because maybe they tried and it was to no avail. Maybe they didn't try. But like you said, it's also, you know, the person's family, they're the first and foremost, not just because you're a celebrity, it's your obligation to do it, right? But we don't know. And I assume that with a drug rehab, it's like a mental health facility, that you can't just kind of check yourself out. So that's not always the answer, because the person's like, I'm out, I'm fine, I can do this on my own.
These people are lame.
This is lame. This is wet.
What people need to understand is a lot of these facilities, like Tamar said, you can check yourself in and out, especially if you're an adult. A lot of times if you're in a mental facility and it's court ordered, you cannot check yourself out.
Oh.
If it's not court ordered, you can leave whenever you want to. So it doesn't matter whether his high profile friends try to help him or not. That person has to want to kick their addiction.
Yeah.
If it has a hold of them, they're going to leave and go get the drugs. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say, whether it's drugs, alcohol, or whatever other addiction that they have. You know, so like, I know that they got on Lunel, the comedian, because she had put up a post about DMX and people were upset. Oh, why do you have to try and be the first one to say RIP? That's ridiculous. You can't.
What the
It's
heck?
wrong, because basically there was a page that I follow and they posted, it's done, he died. And you know, so then I'm like, oh, but you also don't know if he is. And it wasn't until I kept scrolling maybe 10 minutes later, and keep scrolling. I went back on 10 minutes later, and that was when they had some someone from his crew. The white
His
guy
manager.
was like, is that his manager?
Right.
Okay, I know who he was. But he was like, he's still alive, guys. Can you just chill on?
Yeah, this morning.
A lot of people. It wasn't probably just Lunel. She's like one of the first celebrities that said something. But I remember scrolling and seeing another celebrity, and then just mutual friends of mine that were like, "Oh, rest in peace, yada yada yada." And I'm like, I don't know if he's dead yet. I'm waiting for TMZ because they seem to have like the.
That's what I was gonna say too. TMZ is
Always
my
the
life.
They were the
sure.
first with Michael Jackson. They were the first with Prince. They are always like the authority. I can't just go off. Like, even the Shade Room, as reputable as they are, I'm like, I need to hear from TMZ. But yeah, it's sad. And you know, I didn't realize that he had a 4-year-old. That hurts. I mean, I feel, of course, for the other children as well. But I mean, 4 years is not a lot of time to be able to spend with your daddy.
No.
So that really sucks.
And like the stupid columnist, where was she from? The New York Post?
Yes.
While he's on, you know, life support, you want to talk about the homes and investments that he lost. Why is that even important? So what? Do you know how many other people who are still alive? I mean, and they aren't rappers or in the entertainment business that have
and lost
2007, 2008 was not a good year for a lot of people, a lot of homeowners. So what are you talking about?
People writing up bogus contracts. So why are you even talking about this? It's not important.
Right, because he's not. It was a clout move for her and her career to try to throw something out there like that shock jock kind of news, you know, so she can have I was the first one to report this, whatever, to get everybody talking. But it was just disgusting. It was lame. It was lame and disgusting. Exactly.
Topic. Either way, sad about DMX. Realistically,
I'm heartbroken.
too soon.
I am
not okay.
Heartbroken because he was one of my favorite rappers. Say what you want, but I was a huge Nipsey fan, Tupac fan. Those are my two favorite rappers. DMX was on my top 5 too.
Who is they? Or who is Say What You Want? Like, what are you talking about? Ain't nobody judging me. This is a safe place.
I'm saying in general, not y'all.
But yeah, so I'm sad because I was alive during Rough Riders, and he brought Eve to us. Like,
shut him down, open up.
He made me think that maybe I can ride a 4-wheeler or whatever the heck that thing was.
He made you feel like you could ride a 4-wheeler.
He made you want to be in a motorcycle street game.
Walking around with pit bulls, of course.
Like, maybe I am about that life.
Walk around like you got Tourette's. Come on.
I just was listening to an interview with Noriega.
Saying,
oh, really?
Yeah, I was sad. He said he was doing great. He was coming out with his perfume line, his cologne line, and everything. And really, Christina?
I know.
Now you think you're a pit bull? Okay. You just ate that strawberry like a pit bull. Threw it back. Okay.
In the DMX mood. Wait, what did you say about Noriega? He's good. He's not dead.
No.
Interview.
I just watched the interview because Noriega has his own podcast too.
Oh, okay.
So I just watched that, and DMX was on it.
Got it.
And that's the sad thing too. I mean, like, I'll add a number at the end or something, but addiction is such a real thing. Like, first off,
I'll add a number at the end.
I mean, like, in our notes or whatever, like, for you need help with substance abuse. Because I mean, I wouldn't even have thought. I mean, keep in mind, I never did any research. I don't know his story. I know he went on Ayanya Fixed My Life. Love her. But at the same time, and I think even she had mentioned it in an interview, it was like, but if the person's not ready, there's nothing anyone can do.
You love her, but you call her Ayana.
It's Ayala. I'm sorry.
Ileana be on point.
Blame it on the alcohol, Christina. Just blame it on the alcohol.
It was Jose's fault. And so I feel like I just wasn't even ready to know that he had an addiction problem like that. Like,
that's a well-known thing for many years that he was.
Well, no, I know, but I hope that people, you grow out of it.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, like some people
I
do
wish
kick
that
it.
you can grow out of it, but they don't.
And I think the reality is too, though, you need that counseling. Like it sounds like his upbringing, super trauma. And guess what? You can't just go on Ileana
Ileana.
one time and then think that she can do it. Like you need to stay in counseling. You need also to surround yourself.
He was on her show?
Yeah. And you also need to surround yourself with like-minded people. So you can't, certain people can't be in the Rough Riders no more if he's still actively bringing a blunt into the studio or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just, it's sad, it's hard. And so I have sympathy for those, you know, struggling. And I don't know, I just feel like, for me, it's hard to wrap my brain around sometimes. I always think like, it's 2021, like, you know, cigarettes are gone, vaping's for teens, and they better hurry up and stop before they die. And you know, and like drug, you know, people aren't on drugs that hard anymore. You know, I know that the opioid thing, I thought like, oh no, it's just rich white people, but you know, there's laws are changing to make it stop. So sometimes I don't acknowledge that some things are still rampant.
And as a disclaimer, we don't know about his support system. He may have had an amazing support system and it was something he just couldn't kick. You know, and that happens to some people, like no matter how hard they push to get off of it, they just can't. And they end up losing their lives. But, you know, we don't know.
That's why I was saying too, like, it's not, it's an everyday battle, especially like if you were on all the stuff, like that's, you need to deal with all of that stuff from your past. And so that's real therapy. I think Chris Rock was going like twice a week or whatever, like multiple himself just during like coronavirus, not doing substance abuse, but just in general as getting to know himself and whatever.
I was like, Chris Rock.
I was like, this is
Chris Rock, you know I love you. I'm so sorry.
Chris Rock was doing crack. What?
To just sprinkle you into this.
Chris Rock up on the page. I'm like, excuse me. What are y'all talking about?
That is not what I was meaning by, but I'm just saying.
Guys.
Fingers hands. By bringing up Chris Rock, I was just saying that he was vocal about doing the work during 2020. And so it's work is all I was trying to really emphasize. And so like, it's not something where you're like, no, I see a therapist once a month. No, you need.
Dave Chappelle was having a problem, right? And he was able to come over it.
Who? Say it again?
Dave Chappelle, didn't he have a substance abuse problem?
Overcome. I did not know that Dave Chappelle.
We gonna stop dirtying up these black men's names?
No, she said Dave Chappelle, but she said come over it. I think she.
I didn't hear anything about him and substances.
Look at my brain. Overcome it. He was able to overcome it, right?
He still smokes weed.
I've never heard of Dave Chappelle being on drugs.
Me either.
I know I'm not going crazy.
Did he play somebody?
Chris Rock played a crackhead.
No, I thought that Dave Chappelle was like on drugs for a little while. Like, okay,
let's see, Dave Chappelle and crack.
Please,
Dave Chappelle.
Please, help me, Amanda. Please.
I never heard about him having drugs. He has a very like good upbringing though too. No, like he. Two-parent household kind of situation.
I understand that, but I thought that he was,
and not that having two parents means you can't
like
be a drug addict.
His stand-up of coming up.
Dave Chappelle says, "I am not crazy. I am not smoking crack." Squashing the rumors more than a week after his hit Comedy Central was canceled, or it wasn't canceled. He walked away.
He walked away. So at that moment, but I thought previously he was dabbling.
Let's see,
Mr. Chappelle.
He had a character on the Dave Chappelle show who was dabbling.
Please forgive my ignorance. I honestly thought that I had seen before that you had substance troubles. I apologize wholeheartedly. Please don't try to get me fired. This is already my last show. Blame
Yeah,
me.
I
Don't
don't see
blame
anything that
them.
says Dave Chappelle. He played a crackhead and it was extremely
I know,
funny.
but I thought that he was dealing with stuff.
Shout out to Tyrone Biggums. But no, I don't.
Oh, his character. Got it.
Yeah, I'm like, on the show, there was somebody, but
All
not in
right.
his
So
real
now that I'm
life.
done bringing down innocent Black men, I apologize. What the heck is wrong with me?
Black men are appreciated and loved.
Black
And
men,
actually,
yes,
speaking
honey.
of that,
Tennessee, honey.
it actually sprinkles into our next topic of.
I'll bring it. So Christina, you
Sorry.
bring it all together.
So next topic is saying we appreciate Black love wrong. Do you think it's wrong? Do you feel that it's uncomfortable to say in front of mixed company, you know, hashtag Black love? Tamora?
I'll go first. I do not feel guilty or uncomfortable when in mixed company talking about Black love, because historically you can see how the narrative of always only a single Black mom, or a broken Black family is usually like the norm of what you see, when that's not. That's just a portion, just like any portion of any race. You have single white moms, single Asian moms, single whatever moms, but when that's always kind of becomes a stereotype, then it gives negative connotations to Black people. So when you see positive images of Black love, for instance, myself growing up watching The Cosby Show and just seeing a normal, healthy Black family with a husband and wife that love each other, love their children, but like really love each other. Because if you notice at the end of The Cosby Show, every episode ended with Claire and Cliff, that's his name, Cliff,
Bill Cosby.
hanging out on the couch, just cuddling, and that's how the show ended. So I remember feeling like this warm, feeling like, oh, that's great, because yes, I was fortunate enough to grow up, having both of my parents still madly in love and all over each other. But I know that there are many people, or many Black people, that didn't grow up with that same experience. So I love to see Black love, because it's a positive image, of Black people. When you think about just Black people in cinema, it really kind of started with the what was the name of the movie that was like back in the 1920s or something?
We weren't there.
It showed the Klan chasing the guy, Birth of a Nation.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And so it kind of we started in many with negative pictures of Black people. So I love seeing positive imagery of Black people. I love seeing positive imagery of Black love, and I applaud it. Amanda?
I feel like a lot of times people think speaking of Black love is taboo, or you have to water down Black love when you're around other ethnicities. And I honestly don't think that's fair. We have so many depictions of white love. I mean, look at Gone with the Wind. Look at Wuthering Heights, and so many other, The Notebook. We see so many.
Don't mess with Noah.
It's a good one.
Man.
We see so many stories of beautiful white love. But when it comes to Black people, it's almost like we don't need to show that. Let's show another slave movie.
Yeah.
Let's show another movie.
And mind you, I'm not upset looking at Noah and his wife. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was in love with it. So I don't think that if the white love glorification, I'm not hating on that.
Not at all.
I'm just saying that I'm also not hating and would like to see more stories of Black love.
You like to see yourself.
I love love, but I want to see love across the board, not just white. I want to see love in all the races. So yes,
Black men are not just, they're not.
I want to see that too.
They're not crackheads. They're not woman beaters. They're not this. They're not that. But that's the only depictions our children get to see. That's all we get to see. So I think it's important for us to show our children that, guess what? Black men and Black women do get married. We do live in the same homes. We do know how to raise our children properly, but they don't want us to show that side of Black people. They want to paint us as these animals or these people who are just helpless being beat in every scenario. And I think it's so unfair. And I don't think we should have to dumb ourselves down and dumb our love down around other ethnicities to make them feel comfortable. If you're not comfortable with Black love, that tells me that you are struggling with something within you.
Yeah.
So I'm totally okay with expressing Black love. I don't think it's against white people or Asian people or anybody else. It's not hateful. And they try to make it seem like we're being hateful when we say Black love.
Right, like we're being hateful or being exclusive, which we're totally not. Because I can be inclusive when I see other movies that embrace their heritage, that embrace their culture. I completely love Crazy Rich Asians. I completely love.
That was a good movie.
Wait, no, what was the other one? Gosh, with the
Joy
girl.
Luck Club.
Joy Luck Club. I love that movie, and if it's on tonight, I will stay up and watch the entire thing start to finish because I'm embracing what they're giving me. They're giving me their culture, they're giving me their love, they're giving me their experience. And I'm not gonna be like, well, there wasn't no Black people in the Joy Luck Club. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna take away from it. I'm gonna appreciate and love and appreciate their culture. And I only want other races to love and appreciate our love for our culture. When you see our love movies come out, our love stories come out, our historic, our experience come out, just embrace it like I embrace that.
And you know what's funny is when Wakanda came out, Chadwick.
Black Panther.
Yes, Wakanda. Black Panther came out, and you know, Black people were so happy and proud of this movie, and it was so fun, and we got to dress up and go to the movies, and we were dragged for it. Like, why is everybody dressed up like Black Panther, and you got on this African garb and doing all, you're being extra.
Or dressing like,
yet you're going to the movies dressed as Superman,
Spider-Man,
the Hulk, and Spider-Man,
Batman, the Hulk, Iron Man, Fly Man, Ant-Man, Mosquito Man, whatever.
But for us, we get this movie.
But I can't come through with my shaved ball. I ain't gonna shave my head. I might put
I don't know about that. My forehead too big.
I'm gonna put a stocking cap on with it slicked down and my beat face.
And it's sad that we can't embrace anything without being criticized. You can dress up like all these characters, and it's wonderful. And you have Comic-Con, and you get to do all this. But then you see online, why are people being extra? Why are you guys dancing? Why are you dressed like this? Why are you dressed? Really? No matter what we do, it's going to be picked
apart. Can we have something? We've never had anything. We've never had a Black superhero. Can we just be happy?
And they still don't want you to have a Black superhero.
Right. And probably elated that he didn't pass, and it's going to be a while before we figure out what's next.
But I do think that either Aquaman or Green Lantern, one of the two of them, may have been Aquaman. He was Black, I think, in a comic book. One of them was Black. They had different Aquaman, but he was not as popular. But yeah, like, why can't we have this moment and celebrate and have fun and enjoy ourselves without being picked apart?
Yes.
So yes, embrace your Black love. Do not be ashamed of it. And there's no reason you have to hide it from anybody.
Yeah.
I like it. I prefer not to be dragged in the comments because like, wait, but you don't have a Black husband. Hush your face. I'm Black and I love him. So there's that.
No, you can have a comment about Black love. You have a son who is Black.
Yeah,
thank you.
I love him.
Yeah. So you can comment. Your daddy is Black. What are you talking about? You Blacker than all of us, probably.
That's what I'm saying.
Your people are from the motherland.
You can trace your roots. We can't. We gotta go
Talking about
pay $100 a pop.
Thought we were talking about romance love, of Black love, and I just was clarifying for those listening that I understand the love romance that I'm in. I was just putting it out there. I feel like it's healthy that Tamara's leaving because the two of y'all.
What?
On me, my nerves would not be able to handle it. I would be really refilling cups over here.
We're just trying to shift it. I wasn't pulling it. We were just shifting.
I was merely
It's right.
that I'm aware of the relationship I'm in.
Look, we started over. Why are you bringing that up? That was behind the scenes.
Right. Nobody know that we dragged you.
My heart still feels it. And just now y'all gave me a little bit more. And so I'm just saying that, yes, I like hashtag Black Love. I have no problem looking up, actually putting in the hashtag to just see. Like, I love seeing the brown on brown love.
I'm sorry.
And then also that I will say that we do get a lot of flack, so like BET supposed to stand for Black Entertainment Television. And then it was like, oh, what if there was a white entertainment television? And I'm like, you do grasp that just because it doesn't say that, CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, all of that is that. And it bothers me because people hate to acknowledge that other races, other shades of humans like to also see themselves. You grew up seeing yourself all the time. I wasn't alive during Brady Bunch and Partridge Family. I think Partridge Family might have had a little black kid one time.
There wasn't even a black man allowed to play a black man in Birth of a Nation. That was a white man.
Right. But it's like
the Partridge Family ain't had no black person. Are you sure?
Did they have a little black kid one day?
I don't remember that.
Well, either way, I'm just saying though that all those shows though, like you guys, not you two, but non-melanated people got to see themselves all the time. And guess what? When you own stuff, you don't have to call it anything. You can just call it the Millers, and everyone's fine with it.
You can call it television.
It's like everyone needs a safe place. Telenovela, like what's gonna be. I don't think that's the actual channel. I think that's
no, it's Telemundo.
Telemundo. Okay.
It's telenovelas that are played on
the actual soap operas. Got it. Right. So Telemundo, like I already know what's gonna be on. I don't know what's gonna be on there, but I know who I'm gonna see when I turn to that channel. I don't, even though I want to because I need to learn my Spanish better. But what's gonna be on there?
Soap opera or a game show with
super hot women.
Hot women and little
people. It cannot be anything less than an 8.5 to be on their television shows. I'll be like, dang, they be fly. I gotta give it up to shout out to Telemundo. I don't know if it's sexism or what, but y'all women be the bomb.
And so and then I don't know any of the different Asian channels because I don't think the one that I have seen, like it's not letters that I'm used to. So with that said, I can't give you a shout out, but everyone wants to be able to have a safe place.
Sure.
And being able to see Black love is something that Black people are able to see as a safe thing. It's something that also you want to see. So saying
what on said Black channels, we play plenty of bomb white music. Sinead O'Connor, been around the world and I forget her name. What was the other one?
Linda Ronstadt?
No.
Am I just saying names now?
She was good too, but I know what she's talking about. Been around the world and
what's her? I can't think of her name. But then the other one, God. Boy. But
we done played Tina Marie.
I love Tina Marie.
Dion, all of them.
I love Celine Dion too. I wanted to see her in Caesars.
What was her name? Anyway, so yeah, we give credit when credit's due, Black or white on the Black channels. So,
but the Grammys does not.
Play too. Black people want to play too. We want to play the game of love as well because we have it. Next subject.
Amanda has beef with the Grammys. Y'all need to let her know that you are an equal opportunity award.
No, they are not. The Grammys is garbage, and I'm gonna need Black people to stop supporting the Grammys. I don't understand. But it's all about, they want the numbers to go up. They'll perform and then they complain about the Grammys. Well, why do you keep giving the Grammys your attention if you don't like it? Stop.
The Weeknd, I think, or I heard, I heard on a reputable news channel that he told his team, don't send my stuff to them anymore.
Right.
So like, he's a man of his word. And he means what his beliefs.
Yeah.
That,
And I'm not saying that I thought that, me personally, that his album was awesome, but I know that it got mad airplay. I know that it went like to the top of the charts. So I really didn't understand how it wasn't nominated for anything.
I thought his album was amazing.
Yeah.
So
It's just not my personal thing. I'll his song will come on and I'll turn it. No hate against him. It's just not my cup of tea. You know?
He feels a little bit of hate from that comment though. But
it's just not me. But more power to him.
So yeah, so hashtag Black Love and hashtag let people see themselves in the world. You know,
Yeah.
That's the big thing. So last topic, what do you value in your friendships? This was just one that when I had my skin epiphany on Wednesday, I was just
My skin
also
is clear and my brain is clear.
yes. Like it was a moment where I really acknowledged that things aren't bad right now. And I think that I stay looking at the glass half empty, even though I would, if you asked me before that day, I would have been like, no, I'm optimistic and I'm fun and I'm cheery. And I think I am for others, but in my actual own self, I'm more glass half empty, and I'm just going to focus on the half emptiness and the fact that other people's is full or whatever.
Focusing on the half empty?
You're focusing on the negativity.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say it that way, but yes, I focus on the negativity.
Well, it sounds exactly like that. You might as well come out and say it.
It's not a way of saying nothing. It is what it is. Why do you want to focus on the negativity?
I don't know, but that's not what we're talking about anyways.
That's what we're talking about.
You're just talking about friendships. But I acknowledge that about myself. And so that is something I am currently working on. And within that moment, though, I acknowledge like things are good. So calm your nerves. And the importance of your circle, though, is what also like popped into my head about that. And so, as we grow, things might change, and what bonded you to someone at one point can change, or will change because you guys genuinely are now growing in different ways. And so I don't know the quote offhand, but the thing that I heard from a Medea play, but it could have came from Socrates. I don't know. It might even be in the Bible, but it was about,
I can't. Not Tyler Perry in the Bible. Really?
We are from Medea, from Socrates to Medea to the Bible. I was like, wait,
I remember where I heard it originally, but I don't want to just give all of the credit to Medea or to Tyler Perry.
Right.
Technically, he stole it from Genesis. But just about about seasons. And so some people come will come into your life for a season. It's like, yeah, we was both on hard times. She needed somebody, I needed somebody. I watched her kids on these days and she watched mine on that day, and we was great. We are now doing better, but at the same time, with that growth and not that need of each other, we don't have a lot else in common. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, well, now I need to acknowledge that, okay, she was my winter friend, love her, appreciate her, but yeah, it's okay to walk away. And so, no, I have had problems with that in my life, of just like thinking like, no, we're friends forever. And it's not true. That statement about seasons, people are in your life for, seasons, and acknowledging that, is a very mature thing to do, and do it in a timely fashion, because it saves you pain, realistic. You know what I mean? Like, I think I mentioned it last week, it's like friendship breakups and stuff can be harder than a romantic one.
I can't with you. You can in a re. I can't. I just
But like, so she and I haven't broken up. That's my bestest friend. But I'm saying, like, even other friendships, it's like, because I feel like even though sometimes you don't get, what is it called when you have that last end of the conversation?
Closure?
Thank you. So even though you may not have gotten closure from the dude to find out that, oh, this is why we're breaking up, it's even harder with, your female friend. It's like, we were doing, like, we just had brunch, and then now you're tripping, or now you're choosing this trash or compost over me or whatever, you know what I mean? And like,
oh my God.
And that was not a thing to Amanda, like other people.
Mm-hmm.
She and I are still good. But I'm just saying, but you've had friends who, like, all of a sudden they get some guy and it's all about him. So anyways, I just long-winded thinking, sorry about that. It's just, I just am noticing the importance of different friendships. And for me, I used to really be one where it's like, no, we have to talk every single day, and that's a real friendship. And I hated that meme about real friends can, disappear for 13 years and then pop up and respond to your text finally. And it's like, oh, we're as great as we were yesterday. I used to hate it.
But that's true. It can happen.
Well, no, like I said, I used to hate it, but now I'm acknowledging, like, I'll be busy. Like, I won't text you back later. And hopefully I did not in my mind text you back and not ever press the buttons so that I do actually eventually text you back. So I'll leave things just not even touched on my phone and just have the notifications of 13 for a while, because, like, I'm not ready. And I don't want to look at it until I'm ready. I mean, I have an iPhone, so you can have an idea. Like, it doesn't say I'm in labor or I'm on the side of the road. But yeah, so for me, friendships where I know that we can both just be comfortable with each other, where there's no facades, and at the same time, though, we're both at the same, where we have goals, tiny, small, whatever they are, but at least we have some. So, like I said, I've held on to some people, and it's like, girl, you don't let go. Like, this person is bringing nothing to your life, no value to you. So what are you doing? So yeah, so for me, just someone who I have more in common, but at the same time, she has things she has strengths where I might have a weakness, and then same.
I can't. You know what, Ryan? Take them off the wall. It's like you walk in the house and there's like 30 of them staring at you. Take them off the wall already.
And then they're not even in sync. They're like all cuckooing for like 5 minutes, all 5 cuckoo birds.
Goodness.
Yes, it's so ridiculous.
That explains the liquor in the house.
Hey, people need to be able to cope. But Tamora, what are some things that you value in friendships?
I value honesty. I value understanding, and I value openness. Like, tell me when I'm wrong, applaud me when I'm right, type of thing. Yeah, I mean, really, that's it. And we don't have to be the kind of people that, talk on the phone or text every single day, but to know that, if something go down. And I've been better with my phone at night, like not turning the ringer off, because I was reading like different stuff on Instagram, like, you are a cold blah, 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 if you cut your phone on silent so nobody can call you in the middle of the night. Because my daddy used to say that everything that happened can wait until the morning. If you're arrested, you can be called in the morning. If somebody died, you can call me in the morning and let me know they died last night. So, but anyways, I can be that friend that can answer the phone and talk you off the bridge, come and get you, bail you out. You know what I mean? That type of a friendship. But also I value truth and honesty. So, like, if we were to get into it and then all of a sudden you're throwing at me all this stuff that you've been feeling, have never said to me about, then I'm like blindsided. I'm like, where's all this coming from? I like honesty, because I remember my mom used to always say, like, you have a friend, you should be able to have a knockdown, drag them out, and then you go to the mall and go shopping and go have lunch. You know what I mean? You deal with it, and you work with it, because I do value friendships. Like I value, you know, my marriage, because it's that type of a tight knit relationship where you share with your friends some stuff you don't share with your husband. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I value that kind of like just, you know, honesty and, you know, understanding, forgiveness, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's me.
I think that I will say that as a woman, we do a lot of eggshell walking though.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you mentioned, you know, holding things back. And it's like, and it's true, like we have to, especially we're women of a certain age. So we need to, like, if you don't start in your 20s, at least everybody listening started today. We can't keep not being willing to share, like, these are my feelings. Like, you hurt me when you said this, or you hurt me when you did that. I'm not saying that you are a bad person. I'm saying you hurt me though when you did this or that. And I like I said, though, I know for me, a lot of different eggshell walking I've done with different friendships. And the reality is though, on one hand, that also tells you a little bit about the friendship, because it's like, you should be able to feel comfortable to say it.
Yeah.
Some things, like maybe it's like you give it a minute. Like something with Cherie, I took a second to bring up, but it was more so because I also wasn't truly ready to have the conversation. You know what I mean? But I knew we were going to have the conversation. But that's different, like compared to just like, nah, you just keep swallowing your feelings, you know?
Yeah.
So just, you know, women, that's a part of the supporting, is like, you could be helping me by telling me that, you know, hey, when you start drinking tequila, girl, you get real ignorant. And you said this isn't that to me. And
you do better if you don't know better, right?
Right. Ananda, you and your friendships, what's something you value?
You know, I truly value my circle of friends. And these are people that I've known for many years. And these are women, not just women, I'll say men too.
Yeah, you're the one with all of the friends. I'm like, just for me, it was just ladies.
Yeah, I have a great
The
group.
ones that didn't make the cut, they get to be friends. They like something.
I have a great group of friends, and some I've known, like I said in the last podcast, since I was 9 years old, that you can go to them, you can confide in them, and they're always down to help you, down to listen to you, and vice versa. Like, I value that in my friendships. Like, I have a girlfriend that calls me all the time, and I am horrible at calling people and texting people. I really am, because I'm busy, and I know we're all busy, and I hate when people say, oh, if you're not too busy for people you care about. That's not true. You know, when you're a mother and you're working full time and you're trying to do other things that we do, you know, outside of friendships and all that, you get busy and you tend to not have time to sit on the phone and talk to someone for hours or whatever. And I know you can just pick up the phone and say hello, but she's really good at this. Like, she calls me all the time. How are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm good. No, how are you doing?
Oh, that's good.
And I'm like, okay, so
right
yesterday, you know.
If we're gonna do this.
Okay, if we're gonna do it, let's go ahead and just do it. Okay, let me cry, get it out. You're gonna pat me on the back.
Let me take this Band-Aid off, and here it
right.
is.
And she's like that. And like last night, I was at my sister's house, and a girlfriend of ours called my sister, and she put it on speaker, and we just talked. You know, and sometimes that's all you need. And people don't understand that you're going through so much, and they don't take the time to figure out what's going on with my friend. Why is she being distant? Or why did she react this way? Why? They don't stop to figure out the why. And I appreciate my friends who figure out the or want to know the why. So that's really what I appreciate. I love my group of friends. We've been friends for 20 plus years, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it.
Would you say that my seasons, you'd actually probably Google the quote. My seasons comment is something that you had to, is it something that you have seen in your life, or have you always kind of been kind of aware of?
Absolutely. I think that happens, that, people are in your life for a season, a reason. Absolutely. I agree with that. And I don't think that every friendship is going to be forever. Let me rephrase that. I don't think that you dislike each other. I do think that people grow apart. They start having their own lives for whatever reason. You have a family. She's single and doesn't have children, and she wants to travel the world and gets busy with her own stuff. Things happen. So I absolutely believe that. But doesn't mean you can't be cordial. It doesn't mean that you're not friends or you dislike one another.
Right.
But you just move in different directions in your life. And that's okay.
People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And so I feel like still Medea said it nicer, but
When did Medea say this? Which play or movie?
I don't remember which play, but it was
We are giving Medea a lot of clout right now. We compared her to the Bible and Socrates. I'm just saying.
Let's see.
You know what? Because have you ever like heard something multiple times, and then, but it was, it's a little off, and then you hear it from the pulpit, and it's like, hold on, you got that from DMX, and it's like, no, DMX didn't come up with that. People be stealing from the Bible every day, and then they just
okay.
words or whatever, and next you know, here you go.
Like started last week, like they will break into your home and manipulate your daughters. I'm all looking like, what scripture? Wait, manipulate.
So that was from, you saw Medea Goes to Jail with Christian Keys?
Yeah, yes, our friend
it was
Christian
that
Keys.
play
Thank you for liking us. Please follow.
Some people come in your life for a lifetime and some will come for a season. You got to know which is which, and you're going to always mess up when you mix those seasonal people up with lifetime expectations. That's deep. No wonder you brought up Medea. Go ahead, Christina. Okay.
Like, I was right.
Mic drops.
Wow. Yeah, I love Medea movies, though. I should have known that.
But yeah,
Christian Keys looked real nice in that one, too. But go ahead. I digress.
That was one that had, in the moment of seeing the play, I was like, hey, I think I have a problem with that. Tamora, is there anything you wanted to say before you go goodbye?
I wanted to say that it's been a pleasure being a part of Melanin Cocktails, and I want all of the followers to continue to like, comment, and subscribe, and to tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your hairstylist, tell everybody. I want Pit Liquor to give a shout out on your page that we shouted you out, because I'm loving the Pit Liquor deodorant. And
yeah, whiskey lavender sounds so good to me.
It smells, I'm telling you, it smells really good, and it works. Forget the smell, it works. First of all, so that's number one. But number two, it smells nice. So yeah, shout out to Pit Liquor, P-I-T Liquor, L-I-Q-U-R.
Or. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day or evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Melanin and Cocktails.
Thanks for sipping with us.
How do we know they've been sipping?
Oh, they've been sipping. However you enjoyed us, please follow us at Twitter and Instagram at Melanin Cocktails, and like us on YouTube at Melanin and Cocktails.